Did you know there's an object in your home that, without you realizing it, can be a true festival of microorganisms, an item we use daily, thinking we're cleaning, but which can actually be spreading dirt and billions of bacteria throughout your entire kitchen? Get ready, because what you're about to discover in the next few minutes about your kitchen sponge might completely change how you view your home's hygiene. Imagine a place where Salmonella and E. coli, two villains known for causing serious illnesses, feel right at home and multiply at an alarming rate. A place that, even after being rinsed, continues to be a perfect environment for the proliferation of these unwanted guests. Stay with us until the end, because we're going to reveal 7 disgusting truths about your kitchen sponge that will make you want to throw it away right now and rethink your cleaning habits. Number 1, the most contaminated item in your home. You might be shocked to learn this, but your kitchen sponge isn't just a cleaning utensil. It is, in fact, one of the most contaminated items present in your entire house. It far surpasses even the toilet in terms of the quantity and diversity of microorganisms. We think of it as a tool for sanitizing, but the reality is that it becomes a breeding ground for unwanted germs ready to spread. The idea that the sponge is one of the biggest sources of contamination might seem absurd at first glance. After all, we use it with soap and water, right? However, the porous structure of the sponge is a perfect environment. It retains moisture and food particles, creating an ideal culture medium for bacteria to thrive, transforming it into a true biological bomb in your sink. Scientific research has consistently shown that kitchen sponges harbor incredibly high bacterial densities. We're talking millions and even billions of bacteria per square centimeter, many of them pathogenic and capable of causing illness. It's a scenario that challenges our perception of cleanliness and forces us to face an uncomfortable truth about our hygiene habits. Constant moisture and the presence of organic residues are the main factors contributing to this uncontrolled proliferation. Every time you use the sponge, you are inadvertently collecting and nourishing these microorganisms. What should be a cleaning tool, in practice, becomes an effective transporter of contamination, carrying bacteria from one surface to another. It is crucial to understand the seriousness of this problem. It's not just a matter of apparent dirt, but an invisible health risk to your family. The kitchen sponge, which seems so harmless, holds the sad title of champion in domestic contamination, demanding an urgent reevaluation of how we use it and, especially, how often we discard it. Number 2, billions of bacteria accumulate in just a few days. Your kitchen sponge is a true magnet for bacteria, and what's most shocking is the speed at which they multiply. In just a few days of regular use, it can accumulate billions of microorganisms, including dangerous strains like E. coli and Salmonella. These bacteria aren't just harmless, they are known to cause severe food poisoning and other illnesses. Think about it. Every time you wash a dish or clean the sink with the sponge, you're microscopically transferring food scraps and moisture to it. This combination is the perfect scenario for bacterial proliferation. The warm, moist environment of the kitchen, along with nutrients from food residues, transforms the sponge into a paradise for these tiny but dangerous creatures. Many people believe that simply using soap and water is enough to keep the sponge clean. However, common dish soap is not an effective disinfectant for the bacteria that lodge deep within the sponge's fibers. It can remove visible dirt, but the vast majority of pathogenic microorganisms remain intact, awaiting an opportunity to spread. Bacterial growth is exponential. A single bacterium can replicate into millions in just a few hours under ideal conditions. In your sponge, these conditions are frequently found, meaning the number of bacterial colonies can explode in a short period, making it a continuous source of contamination for everything it touches. It is this rapid and massive colonization that makes the kitchen sponge such a significant health risk. Even if you use your sponge for only a few days, the amount of accumulated bacteria is enough to raise a serious red flag. This disgusting truth should make us reflect on the need for a much more frequent replacement of this seemingly harmless utensil. Number 3, simply rinsing is not enough. Many of us have a habit of simply rinsing the kitchen sponge after use, hoping that this will keep it clean and germ-free. However, this common practice is one of the biggest illusions when it comes to hygiene. Simply rinsing is not enough. Bacteria are not removed, and what's worse, they multiply even faster in a moist environment. Water, even with a little detergent, is unable to penetrate deeply into the sponge's microfibers and dislodge all the bacterial colonies that have settled there. Bacteria are tiny and adhere firmly to surfaces. A simple rinse merely wets the sponge, creating an even more conducive environment for their explosive growth. Think of the sponge as a tiny apartment building. Each fiber is a corridor, and each pore is a room where bacteria settle and reproduce. The water you pour over it is like trying to clean a building from the outside with a hose. It might remove surface dust, but it doesn't reach the residents inside, multiplying. Moisture, which is essential for the sponge's use, becomes its greatest enemy when it comes to hygiene. After rinsing, the sponge remains damp for a considerable time, especially if it's not properly squeezed and dried. This persistent moisture is an open invitation for the remaining bacteria to continue their life cycle and multiply at an accelerated rate. It is fundamental to understand that rinsing the sponge is an almost symbolic gesture that does not offer the necessary protection against bacterial proliferation. To truly combat contamination, more effective measures are needed than a simple spray of water. The belief that rinsing is sufficient puts us at unnecessary risk, perpetuating the problem of a dirty sponge. Number 4, disinfecting in the microwave may not kill all dangerous strains. Many people, seeking a quick solution for sponge contamination, turn to the microwave, believing that intense heat can sterilize it. However, this technique, while popular, is a double-edged sword. Disinfecting in the microwave may not kill all dangerous strains of bacteria, leaving your sponge still a health risk. The main problem lies in the uneven distribution of heat within the microwave. While some areas of the sponge may reach temperatures high enough to kill many bacteria, other parts may remain at milder temperatures. This creates survival zones where resistant microorganisms can persist and even strengthen. Furthermore, certain bacteria and spores are extremely heat-resistant. Bacterial spores like Bacillus cereus, for example, are known to withstand high temperatures and can survive the microwave process. This means that even after treatment, your sponge may continue to harbor dangerous pathogens, ready to proliferate again. Another risk associated with this practice is safety. Sponges containing metallic parts or that are not fully damp can catch fire in the microwave, causing damage and a real hazard. It is crucial to ensure that the sponge is completely wet before attempting any type of thermal disinfection in this appliance, but even then, effectiveness is not guaranteed. Therefore, while the idea of using the microwave to disinfect the sponge seems like a practical solution, it offers a false sense of security. The best approach is still regular sponge replacement, rather than relying on methods that may leave behind resistant bacteria and potentially create other risks. Your family's health is worth the investment in a new sponge. Number 5, cross-contamination with dishes, cutlery, and surfaces. The kitchen sponge, being a reservoir of billions of bacteria, represents an invisible and constant danger of cross-contamination. This means that instead of cleaning, it can be transferring pathogenic microorganisms from a dirty surface to your clean dishes, cutlery, and even kitchen countertops, potentially spreading diseases. Imagine you just used the sponge to clean a surface that had contact with raw meat, for example. Even if you quickly rinse the sponge, Bacteria like Salmonella, present in the meat, can lodge in its fibers. By using that same sponge on a clean plate or a cutting board for vegetables, you are directly transferring these germs. This is one of the most dangerous scenarios, as bacteria can be introduced into foods that will not be cooked later, such as salads or fruits. Cross-contamination is one of the leading causes of foodborne illnesses worldwide, and the kitchen sponge is one of the main vehicles for this process within the home. The porosity of the sponge acts as an efficient transport system for these microorganisms. Bacteria cling to its fibers and are carried from one point to another without you realizing it. It's a vicious cycle. You use the sponge to clean, but it, in turn, is spreading invisible dirt to other places. It is crucial to understand the importance of avoiding this cross-contamination. A clean sponge is essential for food safety and the general hygiene of your kitchen. The awareness that your sponge can be a disease-spreading tool should be a strong motivator to change your habits and ensure that it is always in adequate sanitary conditions, or more importantly, replaced regularly. Number 6, a bad smell is a clear sign of extreme contamination. Have you ever noticed an unpleasant smell coming from your kitchen sponge? Many of us ignore it or attribute it to dampness, but in reality, the bad smell is a clear and unequivocal sign of extreme contamination. It's an olfactory alarm that your sponge has become a paradise for billions of bacteria and fungi, producing gases that indicate their intense activity. This foul odor is not just annoying, it is the direct result of the metabolism of microorganisms that have settled and are multiplying uncontrollably in your sponge's fibers. As bacteria digest food scraps and moisture, they release volatile compounds that are responsible for this characteristic rotten or sour smell, a true invisible biofilm. Consider that if you can smell it, the bacterial colony is already at an advanced stage of growth. The quantity of microorganisms is so vast that their gaseous excretions become perceptible to the human nose. It's an indication that the sponge is saturated with microscopic life, and much of it can be harmful to your health. Ignoring this smell is ignoring an important warning from your body. It is telling you that the utensil you use for cleaning is, in fact, in a state of microscopic putrefaction. Continuing to use a bad-smelling sponge is the same as consciously spreading these malodorous and potentially pathogenic bacteria throughout your kitchen. Therefore, the next time your sponge starts to give off an unpleasant odor, don't hesitate. Throw it away immediately. This smell is more than just an inconvenience. It's a sign that your sponge has reached a level of contamination that makes it more of a threat than a cleaning tool, requiring urgent replacement for your home's safety. Number 7, the ideal replacement frequency is weekly. Given all these shocking truths about your kitchen sponge, the question that remains is, how often should we replace it? The answer, for the sake of your health and your family's safety, is clear. The ideal replacement frequency is weekly, and in some cases, even sooner, depending heavily on its use. Considering the speed at which bacteria proliferate and the level of contamination a sponge can reach in just a few days, keeping it for more than a week is an unnecessary risk. Even with good hygiene habits, the sponge quickly becomes a reservoir of germs, losing its effectiveness as a cleaning tool and turning into a vector for diseases. Think about the type of use you make of your sponge. If you use it to clean raw meat scraps, eggs, or to handle heavier, greasy dirt, the initial contamination is even greater. In these situations, bacterial proliferation accelerates, and the need for immediate replacement becomes even more evident to avoid cross-contamination. The investment in new sponges regularly is minimal compared to the potential cost of a foodborne illness. Sponges are low-cost items, and the benefit of having a more hygienic and safe kitchen far outweighs the economy of trying to extend the lifespan of a contaminated sponge for weeks or months. Therefore, adopt the golden rule. Replace your kitchen sponge every week. If it starts to give off a strange smell, if it's visibly dirty, or if you've used it on something particularly disgusting, don't hesitate. Discard it immediately. Your health and your family's food safety depend on this small but crucial change in habit. Conclusion: we've reached the end of our journey through the 7 disgusting truths about your kitchen sponge. We hope this video has opened your eyes to the invisible dangers that such a common item can harbor. Remember, your sponge isn't just a utensil, it's a critical point in your home's hygiene that requires attention, and, above all, regular replacement to ensure your family's safety. Don't underestimate the power of such a small item to spread diseases. By adopting the practice of replacing your sponge weekly, you're taking a giant step toward a cleaner kitchen and a safer home. If this video has helped you rethink your hygiene habits, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more valuable tips that will transform your home.